So the first topic, what is an Excel? Why we are using Excel? Okay, and what are the current opportunities that we have in the market? Okay, simple. Excel is a spreadsheet application where we can store the data, calculate the data, analyze the data. Okay, these are the three main. These are the main three areas that we need to focus. What are these? Storing, calculating, analyzing. Okay, so what did I say? Excel is a spreadsheet application. Okay, Excel is a spreadsheet application where we can store the data, calculate the data, and analyze the data. Okay, next. Uh, so along with that, we can also create some kind of a reports and dashboards. Okay, here a report is nothing but creating some graphical representations. Graphical representation nothing but a charts. Okay, like we need to create some kind of a charts, right? You can see, right? These are the dashboards. Okay. Okay, so storing means take a new Excel. Okay, how to open Excel? I think you guys have aware of, right? Go to start button, there you can enter Excel. You'll get this application, just click it, open a blank. Storing means enter the data. Okay, name, ID, address, kind of a thing. Okay, so we are just storing the data. Once you enter the data, okay, once you enter the data, what you do, you need to save this file. So just save the file. Okay, that is called storing. Okay, for example, this is salary. Okay, this is salary. Now I am talking about a calculation. I want to get 10% from this number, just equal to this into 0.1, 13.4, 10%. Okay, so you are also doing some kind of a calculation here, right? I'm just justification. I'm just doing some justification to our definition. Excel is a spreadsheet application where we can store the data and calculate the data and analyze the data. Simple. Analysis means we have some kind of a data, there we can do some kind of analysis. For example, right, generally users have everyone having the smartphones, right? So this is application name. Every mobile has application, right? Like WhatsApp, right? And Phone Pay, Google Pay, Gmail, right? And Skype. These are the common applications everybody is installing their system. So this is how many members are installed, how many are using this application. For example, there are 10 members installed and WhatsApp 10 members are using. Okay, Phone Pay 8 members are installing and 6 members are using. Google Pay 12 members, 8 members. Okay, Gmail 20 members, 20. Okay, Skype 10 members, only 5 members. So generally analysis means when you have a data, you need to observe this data and get some insights. What is called insights? Insights are nothing but observations. Okay, insights are nothing but observations. Okay, so if you are able to get some observation by looking at this data? Anyone? Can anyone? ఏమన్నా అబ్జర్వేషన్ చెప్పగలరా ఇక్కడ? సో నేను చెప్తున్నాను చూడండి. The highest installed application is Gmail. That is
Gmail.
my first observation. Okay. The lowest installed application is PhonePe. Okay.
Right.
The highest used application is Gmail. Okay. The least is 6.
Phone.
PhonePe by number. But how to get the percentage of usage? Number of users by number of installed. Now, can you tell me which is highest used application? WhatsApp and Gmail, right?
Both.
What is the least? Skype,
Skype.
right? Even for example, now can you tell me when you look at the number 6 is least? That's why you said the 6 is the, I mean, the least used application is PhonePe, you said. But when it comes to the usage, the least is Google Pay. Okay? Percentage of usage. You got it right? These
Yeah.
are some kind of our observations. These are some kind of insights. Okay? We can call it as a insights, observations. Okay? Any questions? This is kind of a some analysis. So he is saying that we also store the data, we can calculate the data, we can also analyze the data. You got my point? Any questions so far?
No.
No.
Okay. Same report or dashboards are nothing but creating some visualization. Okay. Just I put aside. Now I'm going to create some okay. Okay, these are all called some dashboard representing the data in the form of visualizations. Okay, what is a graph or chart? Representing the data in the form of visualization.
Visualization.
So, what is the advantage? What is the advantage? When you look at this data, you might take some time to address the possible insights like this is my highest application, this is my lowest application. By looking at the number, you need to compare with other numbers, you need some time. Okay, అంటే మీరు ఏదైనా ఒక నెంబర్ని చూసి ఇది బిగ్ నెంబర్ ఇది స్మాల్ నెంబర్ అని చెప్పడానికి యూ విల్ టేక్ అట్లీస్ట్ హాఫ్ మినిట్ ఆర్ సమ్ టైమ్. But when you are representing the data in the form of graphs like visualizations, do you need some time to give your inputs? No, right? మనం చూడగానే చెప్పేయచ్చు ఏదైతే బార్ లెంత్ ఎక్కువ ఉందో దట్ వుడ్ బి ద హైయెస్ట్ ఇన్స్టాల్డ్ అప్లికేషన్, రైట్? డూ యూ నీడ్స్ ఎనీ టైమ్?
No.
But when you look at a raw data, you need some time by looking all these numbers. Okay, this is the highest number. But when you look at this visualization, you don't need much time to share your inputs or insights. You got my point, right? What is a dashboard? What is a analysis, analyzing, so storing, calculating? Agree? Any questions so far?
No.
DP అర్థమవుతుందా?
No. No.
Okay, I'm just giving a small introduction ante.
Okay.
Why we are using Excel, what are the advantage of when use this Excel. Okay, so why Excel is more popular? Because of these three things. Okay, and every organization or every domain in the sense like whether it is a banking sector or insurance sector or any other sector, everyone using this Excel application because it is fulfilling their requirements. They can store the data, they can calculate the data, they can create reports. Okay, because of that Excel has more popular in the current market. And these are the some of this needs only Excel is enough. The below position you need to learn the VBA macros. Okay, and these are the previous versions of Excel. The actual Excel started from 1985. The first version, Excel 1.0, 1.0, started in 1985. Okay, and before versions ఏంటంటే లోటస్ అని సూపర్ క్యాల్సీ విజీ క్యాల్సీ అని ఇలా ఉండేవి. అండ్ దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ నాట్ ఏ రోస్ అండ్ కాలమ్ స్ట్రక్చర్. See, you can see right in the Excel, when I say spreadsheet, it is a one sheet having rows and column structure అండి. Okay, you can see right rows and column structure here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of this structure only the Excel has got more popular because everybody is, you know, everyone wants to store their data in the form of rows and column structure, obviously, right? You know, right? In our school register, you know, our name, right, our ID, our address, and they used to maintain our details in the books, right? Name, address, even attendance also. Attendance, how they prepare the books, name and the date, correct?
Yeah.
So for example, some Ravi వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారు present like this. Okay, so take a bank customer name, customer account number, customer address, customer phone number. Okay, take sales information. This is date, this is item name, this is number of units they were sold, and this is number of dollars they got. Okay, everything is in rows and column structure. That's why Excel has gotten more popular. Okay, and the early before the early versions of Excel is not in rows and column structure, it's a plain white sheet kind of a thing, but later they made some, you know, modifications, you know, right? Every application has its own updates, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
So first early WhatsApp only sending messages, then later calls వచ్చినాయి, దాని తర్వాత you know sending images, then calling option, then video calling option, then group video calling option, status పెట్టుకోవడం, right? We have different kinds of updates in WhatsApp. Same like Excel, the early version of Excel has only one sheet, but later they got updated this Excel, you know, uh, different areas, and now this is Excel 2016 2013, right? So if you go down you can see the, so for first version is 1985, second is 1987, third is 1990, 4 5 Excel 5.0 1993. Okay, sixth version. So till this Excel is, you know, they were calling by using the 5.0 something, but from 1995 they were calling with the year 95. Okay, 97, Excel 2003, 2007, like this. Because Excel has embedded with MS Office. Earlier it was an independent software, then they were included into a MS Office. Okay, and the VBA also introduced from the 95 onwards. Okay, and 6.0, 7.0, 8.0, 9.0, 10.0, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14.0, which is 2016, something kind of a thing. We can also get that Excel version equal to info type, address, column, content, file name, format. I think info. What is our current release of your Microsoft? It's a 16.0 version. Okay, like that we can identify. And next, we need to understand some naming conventions, not a naming convention, terminology of Excel, right? So when you learn any new technology, you need to absorb the technology terms. Okay, so in Excel, if I opened a new Excel, that is called a workbook. Okay, it is a workbook. Each workbook contains multiple sheets. Each sheet contains multiple cells. Okay, so uh, we need to understand the terminology workbook, work cell. When I select a group of cells called a range. Okay, what is this called? Group of cells called is a
Range.
okay. Next, object model of the Excel. Simple. This could help you to understand the VBA very easy, right? Uh, this is application. Excel is an application or not?
Yeah.
Is an application. App means application, right? So this application is collection of workbooks, right? How many workbooks you can open? How many you want you can open, right? When you click a control N, it will open so many workbooks, right?
Right.
Every time you click control N, it will open a new workbook. Okay, then each workbook is a collection of worksheets, right? If I open in any new workbook, every workbook is a collection of sheets. And are you using Excel in your office?
Not
Yes, sir.
much. Not much.
Not much. Okay. At least use, right?
Yeah.
So when you create a new workbook, in your workbook, how many sheets you can see? Do you remember that? When you create a new workbook, how many sheets are present in new workbook? చూసారు ఎప్పుడైనా?
Many.
Not many. There is a limit. When you open a new workbook, you can see only either 3 or 1 or 2.
Okay.
ఎప్పుడైనా చూసారా మీరు? చూడలేదా? So you can fix that. That is a default 3 because you have been setting up. Here you can see include this many sheets 3. If I down to 2, when you create a new workbook, it will open 2 sheets. You can see, right?
Okay.
These are all the default settings. So you can change your settings. Okay.
అంటే ఇది ఎన్ని
Also,
షీట్స్ వరకు ఓపెన్ చేయొచ్చు మామ?
uh,
ఎన్ని షీట్స్ వరకు ఓపెన్ చేయొచ్చు
see,
వర్క్ షీట్స్?
ఇక్కడ మీరు చెప్పే నెంబర్ని బట్టి ఇక్కడ మీరు ఎన్ని నెంబర్స్ వస్తాయి. ఇప్పుడు 14 అని చెప్పా. ఓకే, క్లిక్ ఓకే. వెన్ యూ క్లిక్ ఏ న్యూ వర్క్ బుక్, వెన్ యూ క్రియేట్ ఏ న్యూ వర్క్ బుక్, ఎన్ని షీట్స్ వచ్చినాయండి ఓపెన్ అయినాయి?
14. ఓకే.
Okay, this is a default. And general people are thinking, okay, when I create a new workbook, it has only 3 sheets. No, it depends upon your settings. మీరు సెట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అది. ఓకే,
ఓకే.
సో when I click a new workbook, now I'm changing. Okay, you can also setting up this thing by default. See, when you say when you're trying to save this file, okay, when you save this file, can you see what is the default save as type? .xlsx, right? Why it is coming up when you save this file? Because your settings, go to options, save, your default save file type is XLSX. If you can save as like this, then your default save type would be this thing. You can made all these changes. Okay, also the default saving location is this thing, by default. Okay, you can also change all these settings. Okay, we will discuss later. Next, so I am talking about architecture of Excel. Okay, what is my first level is application. What is my second level?
Workbooks.
What is my third level? Worksheet.
Worksheets.
What is my fourth level? Cells, shapes. చూడండి ఎలాగో చూడండి, ఇక్కడ ఉంది కదా. దిస్ ఈజ్ మై ఫస్ట్, దిస్ ఈజ్ అప్లికేషన్ లెవెల్. వెన్ ఐ క్లిక్ అప్లికేషన్, I can open a workbook, right? The next level is workbook. So you can open multiple workbooks. That's why workbooks plural. Okay, so in your workbook, how many sheets? Each workbook is a collection of worksheets. Okay, Nandi? Each workbook is a collection of worksheets. Again, each sheet is a collection of cells or ranges. Okay, that is the architecture. Next, so file type, this is very, very, very important. Okay, DP ఉన్నారు కదా. ఓకే,
అవునా?
అర్థమవుతుందండి?
అవుతుందమ్మా.
ఓకే, ఇవన్నీ బేసిక్కే. జస్ట్ అంటే ఐ థింక్ మీరు ఎక్సెల్ యూజ్ చేసి ఉంటారు, బట్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఏం తెలియదు కదా మీకు. సో దట్స్ వై ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయినింగ్. ఓకే, సో నెక్స్ట్ ఫైల్ టైప్స్. File types are very, very important. Just we'll start from row number 31. Okay, XLSX, XLSM, XLB.CSV. Generally, you're going to open a workbook and you're entering the data. Okay, and you're saving your file. Okay, this contains only data, nothing more, right? When you open a workbook and enter the data and saving the file, your default file type is dot xlsx. ఓకే ఓకేనండి, అర్థమైందా? మీకు తెలుసు
Yeah.
కదా పీడిఎఫ్ ఎక్స్టెన్షన్స్ అన్ని డాట్ పీడిఎఫ్ అయినా, వర్డ్ డాక్యుమెంట్స్ అన్నీ కూడా డాట్ టీఎక్స్టీ అని ఉంటాయి. ఓకేనా? అలాగే ఎక్సెల్ ఫైల్స్ అన్నీ కూడా సమ్ ఎక్స్టెన్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి. డాట్ ఎక్స్ఎల్ఎస్ఎక్స్, డాట్ ఎక్స్ఎల్ఎస్ఎం, డాట్ ఎక్స్ఎల్ఎస్బి, డాట్ సిఎస్వి. ఓకే, ఇవన్నీ ఏంటి? డాట్ ఎక్స్ఎల్ఎస్ఎక్స్లో మీరు కనుక ఫైల్, ఇఫ్ యు సేవ్ యువర్ ఫైల్ యాజ్ ఎ డాట్ ఎక్స్ఎల్ఎస్ఎక్స్, దెన్ you can store the data. Okay, next, if you save your file with the extension of .xlsm, that means you can save the data, I mean you can store the data. Also you can save the data. Also you can write the macros. Okay, VBA macros. You got it right? When you want to write a macros, your file should be saved as .xlsm. Can't we write macros if your file save as .xlsx? No, we can't write. మనం రాయలేం. If your file save as .xlsm, then only you can write it, you can able to write macros. Both XLSM, XLSB are same. Both are can store the data, can store the macros. What is the difference? So .xlsb is a just kind of, it's a decrease the size of your file. For example, మీరు ఒక ఎక్సెల్ ఓపెన్ చేశారు, you save your file with the extension of .xlsm and your file size is something 1 MB అనుకోండి. Okay, you open one more Excel file and you save your file with extension of .xlsb. Okay, then what is your file size? Something 500 KB kind of a thing. Okay, just a difference in sizes, both are same. Okay, next, CSV. CSV is nothing but comma separated values. CSV, comma separated values. Okay అండి, అర్థమైందా?
Yeah.
So
లాస్ట్ వన్ దేనికి యూజ్ చేస్తారన్నా?
this CSV and XLSX both contains only data, no macros. These two contains macros. చెప్పండి, ఏదో డౌట్?
సిఎస్వి దేనికి యూజ్ చేస్తారు అంటే బోత్ ఆర్ సేమ్ కదా, ఎస్ఎల్ఎస్
బోత్ ఆర్ సేమ్, బట్ దిస్ ఈజ్ ఎ కామా సెపరేటెడ్ వాల్యూస్ అండి. అంటే యాక్చువల్లీ ఫ్యూ అప్లికేషన్స్ యాక్సెప్ట్స్ కామా సెపరేటెడ్ వాల్యూస్, సిఎస్వి. ఓకే, ఎక్స్ఎల్ఎస్ఎక్స్ అంటే ఇట్స్ ఎ నార్మల్ టేబుల్, but this is a comma separated values. When you import the data, I mean when you create any application and the developers accepts only write a program to accept the data in the form of CSV, comma separated. Okay, I mean each table is separated by, I mean each value separated by comma. Okay, these are the different file types of extension. I will explain. .xlx is a different kind of thing. Like by using this .xls format, you can store the data, you can also write the macros. But what is the difference in between this .xls and .xlsm? The difference is, if you save the file in the form of .xls, okay, that Excel file contains the number of rows only 65,000, not 10 lakhs. Okay, but if you save your file with extension of .xlsm, then the number of rows of your Excel file is 10 lakhs. That is the difference. Why we have this difference? Because all these XLSX, XLSM, XLSB are ఎక్సెల్ 2007 వర్షన్ తర్వాత వచ్చినాయి అన్నీ ఇవి. ఎక్సెల్ 2007 ముందు వరకు కూడా ఓన్లీ ఒకే ఒక ఫార్మాట్ ఉండేది, విచ్ ఇస్ .xls అండి. ఫార్మాట్ అంటే if you want to store the file, save your file .xls. If you want to write a macros in Excel, save your file into .xls. But now MS Office 2007 onwards, we have different types of versions. If you want to save only data, just save your file into .xlsx. If you want to write a macros, then use .xlsm. Okay, చూడండి, you can see the difference between 2007 వర్షన్స్కిను, అదే దాని తర్వాత వర్షన్కి, దాని ముందు వర్షన్కి. దాని ముందు వెర్షన్లో ఓన్లీ 65,000 రోస్ ఉండేవి. ఫ్రమ్ 2007 నుంచి వీ హ్యావ్ 10,48,576. అలాగే కాలమ్స్ 256 ఉండేవి. నవ్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ 16,384 కాలమ్ అంటర్స్. ఓకే, అండ్ ఫ్యూ మోర్ ఈస్ slicers concept is there. These slicers are available from 2010. Okay, before 2007 there is no slicer concept. Power pivot is from 2013. You can't find this in 2010 also, 2010 also. So every version has its own updates and okay. So tell me, any questions so far?